My name is Sylvan J. Rahman. Welcome back to Intentional Wealth. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 4 ways that you can pay off your mortgage early. But before we get into that, go ahead and do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload new content. For most homeowners, the biggest debt that they're going to have in their life is their home mortgage. Now, a lot of people think that you shouldn't pay off your mortgage fast, that it's stupid, that you could use that extra money to invest in other things. I'm more of the school of thought where I like to pay off my mortgage faster, even though I'm still investing other money. Now, the reason I do that is just because there is something that money can't buy, and it's called peace of mind. Well, I guess in this case, money can buy a paid off mortgage, and it buys you peace of mind. At night, when you're going to sleep and you realize, oh, I'm not in that much debt, or the house is paid off, it's great. And that's why I like to pay off my mortgage. Now, before I get into the 4 ways that you can pay off your mortgage fast, one thing I would say is get on a budget, very important. And especially for people that don't have businesses and are working 9 to 5. Another thing that I would say is you want to have 6 to 12 months of savings for basic expenses in case something goes wrong, unexpected expense, or you lose your job, or you have a loss of income for some reason. So make sure you have 6 to 12 months of expenses. My wife and I currently have about 12 months of savings, but we're also gonna build that up in the future after some of these investments are done. And why do I do that? Because I just like to have cash in the bank, just in case. The first way that you can pay off your mortgage quickly is just taking out all of the income that you get. And this is after you have your 6 to 12 months of savings. What you can do is the extra money that you have left at the end of the month, you're gonna just throw towards your mortgage. You're gonna make an extra principal payment that's gonna cut down the length of the mortgage over time, and it's also gonna cut down the interest that you're paying over time. The third thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take unexpected money, such as tax refunds, bonuses at work, a pay increase. Let's say there's another one. Oh, for some of us, I guess we're lucky and we get inheritance. I haven't yet, but I've known some of my friends that have, and they've used that to pay towards their mortgage. And that is the third way. The second way that you can pay off your mortgage quicker, and this is probably a big one that a lot of people talk about, is to do biweekly payments. And how that works is you're gonna take your monthly payment and you're gonna cut it up in half and you're gonna pay it every 2 weeks. You gotta call your mortgage lender and make sure that they are able to take biweekly payments. And how does that help exactly? Well, over a year, you end up making 1 extra payment a month. Do I personally believe in that? No. No! I would rather just put a lump sum at the beginning of every year, which it actually works out to a little bit less than making an extra payment over a year. So if you want to just go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna make an extra payment in January, which is the beginning of the year. That would actually help out better than spreading that extra payment off over 12 months. And why does that work? Because you're putting a bigger lump sum, reducing your principal payment by a lot further than if you just made extra payments over the year. That's why I really don't care for the bi-weekly payment, but if that works for you, that works for you. Remember, you need to call your lender and make sure that they can accept bi-weekly payments, or if they'll process bi-weekly payments. And sometimes some lenders will actually charge you to process bi-weekly payments. Try to negotiate out of that. Or what you can do is you can open a separate account where you make your bi-weekly payments into, and then from there, every 2 weeks, make your payment to your mortgage. The most popular and number one thing I would say that is out there after the bi-weekly payment method is to refinance your mortgage.
Whoa, what?
Now, a lot of mortgage companies will not refinance if you have less than 20% equity in your home. So what does that mean? That basically means that if you had a $100,000 house, that you had at least $20,000 paid off and your mortgage was only $80,000. That is that 20% inequity, okay? Okay. Number one is probably the most popular way of paying off your mortgage early, I actually don't believe in it that much unless there's a few things if you do. And the reason it's so popular right now is because mortgage rates have gone down. And what it is refinancing your current mortgage into a lower interest rate. Now, the problem with that is if you've already been on a 30-year mortgage, let's say, and you've paid off 5 years, you're gonna refinance into a 30-year term. No, I don't like that. What I would do is try and stick to the term. So if you've already paid off 5 years in a 30-year term, or if you can actually get a lower monthly payment for a 25-year term because you're saving on interest, then I would go with the 25-year term. Also, another thing that I would do is just because you're saving that mortgage payment every month, what I would do is continue to pay the old amount, and that little extra from the new amount and the old amount helps to pay off your mortgage faster because you're putting that extra amount towards the principal. If you're doing refinancing right, I'm okay with it. But if you're just refinancing to a lower mortgage monthly payment or to a lower interest, and you still end up with a 30-year mortgage or renew back to a 30-year, I don't agree with that. All you've done is you've pressed rewind on an old Blockbuster video. And if you don't know what a Blockbuster video is, look it up.
Pull it up, Jamie.
So, again, those are the 4 ways of paying off your mortgage. Number 4 was just throwing extra money at your principal. Number 3 was adding unexpected income towards your principal. Number 2 was making bi-weekly payments. And number 1 was refinancing. So, at the end of the day, it's your mortgage, it's your debt, do what you want with it. I personally like paying it off faster, but pay it off faster the smart way. If you like what you've seen here today, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like and share the video, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next week.
Scene 2, take 2. Ow! Oh.
I'm very careful with that.
Bless America. Scene 2, take 2.